Hey fellow Factorians, Owners here with another episode of My First Megabase. Alright, this episode we wanted to get uranium mining begun because it's quite a long process to get enough uranium-235, but we'll get into that. Anyway, over the break, off camera, I set up a little bit of a construction area here for centrifuges, which we will need as part of the refining process, turning the ore into uranium 235 and 238. And as you can see, 0.7% of the uranium ore gets turned into uranium 235. And 235 is what we want for our nuclear power. And I guess technically it's actually worse than that because it takes 10 uranium ore to make 1. So it really is 0.07% uranium ore gets turned into uranium-235, and that's what we want. So we need to start this now, so we're just stockpiling it until we get enough. So what I've also set up, you can see here, I've set up a train station here unloading some sulfuric acid, and likewise down here I've created a station where we are loading up a tank with sulfuric acid, and that is just fed straight from our little sulfuric acid section here, which is really starting to struggle now, of course, because we've only got a tiny bit being produced and we're just tanking up 50,000 up here, which is there we go, well, 100,000 here. Yeah, there we go, we've got 100,000 stored up here, so that'll keep us going for a while. Anyway, why have we done that? Because if I grab a miner, you can see in the light here the image changes and suddenly it's got all these pipes on it, and the reason for that, of course, is to mine uranium you need sulfuric acid. Hence the reason I brought that up there. One other thing to note is uranium has a mining speed of 2. Mining speed of 2. Meaning it takes twice as long to craft. It's to mine, so just something to bear in mind. Alright, I think we are going to see if we can get a couple of nice rows here, same as always. Turned off our roboports, and we've got to make sure that we do have to make sure these line up. It's important that these line up because then they can share sulfuric acid next to each other, which is a good thing. That is not perfect. What if we went this way? I think that is actually better, so I am going to mine it out over here. Alright. And now the thing is, you don't actually need a super large amount of this. You just need enough to get Covarex started, which we will get to in a moment. We're researching it as we speak. And is that not going to power that one? Alright, I'm just going, we actually don't need that one anyway, so let's get rid of it. Let's leave that light in because I do like some lights. And we probably don't need you, actually probably don't need you either. And let's see if that needs power. It does, or we can just get rid of it. Sure. Alright, I'm not going to worry about getting these little bits. Uranium mining is kind of a thing that you have to get started, and then once it's started, that's kind of the end of it. Alright, so we have here 72 miners. Now normally that would be enough for a red belt plus, but you've got to remember, because of the crafting time, it actually only produces 1 every 4 seconds. So we're going to divide that by 4, and we're under 20, so we barely have 1 red belt. But that's fine, we'll just merge all these up. So anyway, let's get these guys going and then we can start on the merging. Alright, I am going to bring you out 1 and down. Oh, down and down. And then you can merge with that one. And you can merge with that one. And you can merge with that one. And there we go. 1 belt. Yep, 1 belt. All that for 1 belt, but that is good. Alright. So next up, once this actually starts mining, we want to I'm going to stockpile it for now, so it actually does start mining. We can get it going, and to do that, we'll just do here. Grab a couple of these. All right, and some boxes. There we go. All right, so let's hook this up. Hook it up like so. And now we need to hook up our sulfuric acid. So as you can see, each of these 2 lines here, they're sharing sulfuric acid. So we only need to hook up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. And we'll just do that over here from our sulfuric acid tanks. Now, it's probably a good idea to do a pump. I never know if pumps are that important. My only concern is coming from that many tanks. I do want to make sure it actually unloads somewhat evenly, which it won't. Anyway, let's just see what happens, shall we? So, bring these over here. Take this a little bit closer. Somewhere around about there is actually pretty good. Alright, and let us get this out here. Perfect. Alright. We're going to need a few of those, so I'm just going to copy that. And we'll need one there, do one there, and one there. Alright. And that will get everyone nicely sulfuric acid up. And as we can see, they are now all working. And we are going to start seeing some uranium ore being produced. Make sure we've got all the belts done. There we go. Okay, so we need to now turn that uranium ore into uranium 235 and 238. And that is the most important process to get started at this point, because that is what, I'm just going to clear out my inventory while I'm walking, that is what we need to get for our Cobra X. We need, to start, we need 40 uranium 235. Alright, I'll also, you just see, I've handcrafted some rocket fuel, just to speed up my own little travels around. So if we head down here, that's where we set up the centrifuge in our mall. And one thing I did note is our steel is really disgusting. We have just these 2 single lots, which is, remembering our ratio of 5 to 1 iron to steel. This is actually 1/5 of a belt of steel. So we go along, we've got nothing really using a bucket load of steel, but it's just kind of a war of attrition, and by the time it gets down here, as you can see, there's just no steel coming in to our centrifuge. But let's jump out of the train because we are there. See how many centrifuges we have. We'll work with what we've got. We have 8. That is not too bad. Alright. And with our 8 centrifuges, we can start processing the uranium ore. Can we help it out? Do we have any steel on us? No, we don't. I wonder if there is any steel in storage. There is a whole heap of steel in storage. Let's just bring it all here and see what we can do. 1,000 is way too much, by the way, because we can only put 100 in there. Well, wait, hang on. What I could do is give me 1,000, and I will pop it in a chest here somewhere. Let's do that, I guess. That'll work. Alright, so we'll just recycle some of this that we have in storage and make some more centrifuges. Alright. Where the centrifuges need that much steel is probably, it's 50 each. 1,000 would make 20? No. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, yeah, okay, that's probably, it does actually need that much steel. Oh, there you go. So how much steel is left in storage? None, and we've got 250 on the way. Excellent. There we go, that is a good way to recycle some of the garbage that is in our storage. Come on, bots. How much is left on the way? 150. Tick, 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 tick. Ticking down. 80 on the way. Go, bots, go. While this is happening, you'll note I am researching logistics systems, which makes this kind of a moot point, because that will give us requester chests, and then we can really start playing around with logistics bots. Which actually reminds me, I should increase our storage of logistics bots while I'm here. So many things to do, so little time. Because we've got bugger all logistics bots in the network at the moment. We have 450. I think the second one is logistics. No. Total logistics bots. Where have all our construction bots gone? Well, I have a few of these guys. Alright. And then I am going to boost that up to 1,000. And let's pop all these logistics bots in the network. Alright. So that's slightly better. Hang on. Alright. X and Y, even though they're first, they're second here. So we've only got 500 logistics bots in the network. We'll sort out that, automate that just a little bit better so we can count the bots and just keep loading them in. Because there we have robotics. Alright, let's get blue belts as well. But just don't get distracted. Classic Factorio, don't get distracted. We really need to start this process of mining right away. Alright, let's go for a little run. Look at that rocket fuel. Top speed 300-ish. Yeah. I think from memory it's about 270 for solid fuel. So there's a little bit of a speed boost, 10% speed boost by changing up. Of course, it also takes 10 solid fuel to make a rocket fuel, but hey. One thing to note, you don't get back partials. So in a case like this, I've just used a tiny bit of rocket fuel. But when I mine this guy, I'll only get 8 rocket fuel back. So you actually lose that bit that we started. Alright. So let us make sure we actually get these bits out. Like so. Alright. And then you guys can feed out like that. Alright, so what we want to do now is set up our uranium processing. Okay, we have these guys, and what we'll do is just our classic. I really love that arrangement of the power pole in between. It's not the most dense, but I think it works out really nicely. So these guys, Covrex has researched already. I love it. Alright, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have 8 of these. Copy that. Copy that. Oh, nope. There we go. Alright. Why are my bots not doing it? Have I given away all my bots? Oh, goodness me. I guess we are on the manual path. There we go. Alright. Nothing wrong with a bit of manual. Give the bots a rest, I say. Alright, let's get these poles in and bring this down. Not that far. Okay. So let's start feeding in some more. Now these aren't super quick, so we don't need to worry about it. It is 12 seconds. It needs 10 in 12 seconds, so these fast inserters will definitely be enough. Alright, let's power this up. There we go. Now we just need to set up some outputs. And look at that nice green glow. Don't know if I should really stand this close, but hey. What can we do? Now I will want to expand this, is the only thing. And so I don't want to build across the bottom. How about we go up this way? And that will future-proof it into just one lane. There we go. Oh, I do not want any of that in my inventory. Okay, so let's bring this down a ways. Do we need to do that? Yep, sure. Alright, and then I want to split this off. We've got heaps of room here, so yeah, that's good. We'll get a bit more of those once our Covrex picks up. Our steel picks up, so there we go. That'll actually get us to 8 nicely. Good distance. Okay, so what I wanted to do with this is not what just happened there. We want to filter this so that output priority right is uranium-235. And now, when this comes through, we will get our 235 going this direction, and we'll send our 238 down that way. And what we will do is box it. Box it for now. Nope, not there. Alright. So we will box it, and let's just kill these ones for now. We are probably going to need them. Alright. Let's grab into the box. And look, oh, hey, our first bit of 235. That did not take as long as I thought it would. Very good. Alright, so let's, I like to do this just to see what's going on in the network. And there we go, we have 1 out of 60. That is an amazing result. Amazing result. I wouldn't expect to see that much better than that. Alright. But importantly, that is what we have set up. And we really need to just let this run. And as such, I am going to expand this because we will need it. Seems ridiculous, but we just need 40 of these and we can start code bricks. And that way we will end up with infinite 235. Yes, that's right. That's how it works. These alerts are all here. Yep, that is great. Okay. So we could just place all these, I guess. Minimize the alerts for now. And once we come back here with the huge rock, I actually have to do some manual mining. My gosh. There we go. Alright. So when we come back here, these guys will be good to go. As you can see, we're already backing up on uranium ore. It's quite a slow process. We will want to get some modules in these at some point, but for now we just want to keep kicking along. And hopefully one day we'll come back and there will be some goodies there for us. Alright, so this guy is now going to struggle to unload. It's going to take him a long time as we're slowly using up the sulfuric acid with our miners. And as you can see, yeah, we are nowhere near being able to use that up. Alright, so let us head on back. And I'm going to fix up our logistics bots. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Good time for modules. Braking speed. Well, we might as well complete our nuclear arsenal with that. Alright, let us head on down back to our base. Nope, I'm not in map mode, that's for sure. And think about what we need to do next. And I believe it's going to be steel. So we need to find a nice patch of iron ore that we can mine into steel plate. It's probably going to be this one. We actually, yeah, I don't want to go crazy with steel plate. So maybe we'll do this one up here. Yep. That'll be our, maybe our next one. We'll just see what else is struggling in the base, because yep, no gridlock, excellent. Just slowing down for slower trains. Wonderful. Alright. How are we doing here? We have 9. Okay, we can actually grab these and finish off our setup. I wonder if we should just grab them all. Sorry, logistics bots, I am going to love you and leave you. We are going to make this as good as we can make it. Alright. Now, oh, more research, okay. How far away are we from the next? It seems unnecessary. Let's just get some research speed. And trash slots. And logistics slots. Great. And worker speed. Let's get those bots going. Alright. Let's get out of map mode. Where are we? Didn't seem like we've moved very fast. Must have been stuck behind a slow solid fuel train. Alright. let's kick this over and finish up our little area over here. There's another patch of uranium that we definitely don't need to be mining. As you can see, it is just a slow process, and we just have to wait. But increasing this out will help drastically. Alrighty. How much are we up to? Oh, we've got 3. That's not too bad. Doesn't seem like the math kind of stacks up to 0.07%. We should have 1,000 to 3. I don't think those numbers are exactly right. What has gone on here? Looks like I have put that in the wrong spot, and I didn't get any. I forgot to get me some construction bots. Well, we are fixing up bots in the next pass. Anyway, why aren't these guys working? Because we haven't set them with a recipe. There we go. Might as well throw this last guy in as well, because you can never have too many of these at this point in the game. And bring you down. Oh, let's just keep it up there if we want to do another one at some point, which I doubt we will. Alright. There we go. And our miners are still just struggling. These are all full of so much ore. Anyway. We'll kick this along, and one day we will get 40 in there and start our Cobra X. So, let's jump back down and sort out our bots. I think that is what I want to do now, and we'll outpost our steel next time. But for now, don't go there anymore. Tis a silly place. Jump down there. Alright. As you can see, this was the rail network I built to access all these building areas here. And they'll come in handy later. We are going to set up some self-filling boxes, essentially. We're going to set up a train that just goes out here and makes sure all these walls have the materials they need to repair and replace broken things. And we'll automate it, because I saw a really nice Catherine of Sky video where she created a train that fixed everything up perfectly. Alright, but for now we need to sort out this bot situation. A, we need to get ourselves some bots, and B, we need to make this not so manual. Alright, I'm going to grab a stack for me. Now what I want to do is we'll pop. Oh man, where can we put this? We might have to just do something like this, so that we can pop him here. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's kill that. I am going to kill that. Yep, and that. Alright. And we pop a roboport right here. And we are going to throw in. Now I've got to remember how to do this. It's been a long time since I've done this. We want that to go there. That's the easy part. Just feed them straight in. Alright, but we need to make sure that we don't just feed these in forever. Alright. So we are outputting the wrong thing. We want to read robot statistics. And as you can see, we have here. We'll start with construction bots, because this is this side. Yep. Alright, so Z is the available, which is the number that aren't doing a job, and T is the total. So let us get a combinator. We want a arithmetic, I believe. Constant decider. Alright, we might need 2 of these, and they need power. Okay, so we want to say, let's have a look at the letters again. Available is Z, total is T. So if the total construction bots is less than, I don't know, 1,000 construction bots, that's heaps. Then we will output 1 tick. Alright. And if the Z, which is available, if suddenly we have less than 50 available, so if for instance we have more than 1,000 but suddenly we're using up all 1,000, then we also want the tick to go out. Alright, so that means if we have less than 1,000 we will output it, and otherwise I need to grab a bit of this and make a bit of green wire so we don't confuse the signals. We could do it in red, but it's unnecessary. Alright, here we go. Let's just crunch a few so we get a bit of green on us. So let's put that into there and there. And now this will output our green again. Output linked and to there. Now let's see. That is not outputting a tick, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway, let's make this enabled. If tick is greater than 1, you are enabled. So what has gone wrong here? That needs to be 1. So if Z is less than 50, which it is not, but if T is less than 1,000, which it is, no, it is not. Alright, so let's modify that a little bit. Maybe we'll go to 3,000 construction bots in the network. Now we have a tick. Alright. Now we need to do likewise over here. Oh, we are out of those. That's okay. Alright, but now we are looking at available is X and total is Y. And you know what? I shouldn't bother doing that. I can just copy that there. So T becomes Y and Z becomes X. T becomes Y and Z becomes X. Now the difference is, of course, we want probably a lot more logistic bots. I am going to make that 5,000, not 50,000. And I'm actually going to up this to 200. Because the logistics bots will get used way more. Just way more. And why is this stopping? Because of batteries, and that is because of sulfuric acid, I would hazard a guess. We are using it all for our mining. Alright, we have just a fraction of time left. We might as well fix up the bottleneck we caused this episode by expanding our sulfuric acid requirements. Not requirements, our sulfuric acid production. Probably should have jumped in the car for this. It's quite a ways now in our base. We are starting to get a little bit bigger. Alright. So, we just want to expand this. And what are the ratios? Is this ratio correct? 5 sulfur a second. So we had 10 sulfur a second. This is producing 2 sulfur a second. And that is 10 sulfur a second. Alright. So that actually is the correct ratio. Which means we would need to copy this whole thing again to actually get more sulfuric acid going. So we won't stuff up that water. Will we? Ooh, man. The water is a bit of a killer. No. We will have to change over these inputs, I feel. Water will have to be... no, that is actually perfect. Alright. Why does that one have no water? Gosh. Why doesn't anyone tell me these things? Alright. That will connect it up to water. We don't need that though. Where are we? Here. Yep, so there is our water. Let's connect that up. And this needs to go to... can we do this? Yes, we can. Okay, we don't have any of those on us. Hopefully the bots will bring them up here in the near future. Now, let us... do we make this red? Does it really matter? Probably not, but hey. We're at the red stage of the base. Alright, what did I throw away then? My iron plate. No, I actually want to keep some iron plate on me. Alright. So there we have, that was really easy, wasn't it? Do these have everything they need? They sure do. Alright, we have doubled our production, and unfortunately because of this pump, I can't get this back in to there right now. I can't just hook it into here because you can't feed back through a pump. So I am going to change the pump up to here. And we will do something like that. Yep. There we go. And then I just need to rip out this pump here. And of course we now shorten that. Alright. There we go. This has not enough sulfuric acid. You have stopped producing because you're out of water. Did I not hook up the water? I did not hook up the water. And that is why we had this arrangement here, isn't it? And get rid of those. And we're away. There we go, okay. And that is keeping up. We have a good supply of sulfur, and our sulfuric acid is still going down. Oh, it's kind of, oh gosh. It is dangerously close to being acceptable. Let's hook it into our area up here just so I can see. I like to see all the fluids at the same time. Where is our red circuit up here? There we go, alright. So now up here we can see sulfuric acid as well. As you can see, it's still not really... It's kind of stabilized, but I think that's because we can no longer use that much. Let's see if our batteries are producing yet. Nope. Is this guy producing? Oh, he's getting a little bit. Alright, we might need to put some pumps in, seeing it the other way as well. Because these guys are not full. Oh, the bottlenecks have begun, haven't they? Alright, where do we bring our sulfuric acid out to the base? It's out this way. Alright, so I am going to put a pump in here. And make sure we actually get it going that way as well. Alright. How are these going? What are these actually producing? Oh, they're running out of sulfur. How interesting. Why are you running out of sulfur? So what are they producing? I'm so confused here. 2 a second? Yeah. Should be able to get it out with a blue. And these guys bring it in. Maybe I need to upgrade these ones to stacks. There we go. Alright. Let's upgrade those. See if that helps us a little bit. Certainly has the speed to bring it in, but it's just not available. We've got a ratio wrong here somehow. Crafting speeds are all 1, so that's not an issue. These should be producing 2 a second. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And these should be using 5 a second, and we've got 2 of them using 10 a second. We should have exactly the right amount. And just sometimes it just gets out of kilter. So this one should always be going correctly, and it is. Alright. Let's give me back my stack of iron plate. Alright, well, I guess this one's just pumping everything out here, isn't it? It'll kind of correct itself because these will eventually fill up, and we're not using enough at our sulfur station here. Like this guy's still got 10k in it. So it should self-correct eventually. But I am a little sad that it stopped production down here. We're getting a couple batteries through. Yep, just the tiniest amount. How many do they need? 20 sulfuric acid by the looks of it. Yep. Alright, we also have batteries on the bus somewhere, don't we? I wonder if we can maybe divert these bus batteries over here. It's probably a much better option. Alright. What is going on here? Yeah. Okay, that is using it all. These guys just, yeah, a bit funny. A bit funny with the numbers, I think, because this one's probably taking slightly more than it needs to. Alright, let's go for a quick run down the bus. Do. Now, where were those batteries? The batteries are in there, and we needed them over here. Alright, that should be nice and easy. And like that. There we go. Alright, we have batteries. Do I want these batteries going anymore? Probably not. Let's just disconnect that. They can excuse me. They can add some batteries to the network if we need them, which we will. Might grab another stack actually. And there we go. Alright. Wonderful. We're back in production of that. How are our batteries going over here? They are further up the network, so they're probably getting the sulfuric acid they need. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick check of our system, and yep, red circuits suck and steel sucks. So that is our mission for next episode, red circuits and steel. And I think we are pretty good with everything else for now, but no doubt as soon as we start building up these things, it'll put the pressure on something else. Anyway, I would love to hear your comments below. We've got uranium mining started. We've even got a thing over here. Let's see what we're up to. We're up to 9, so it's a long ways to go before we get 40 for Covarex. But in the meantime, we'll just make do with solar power. And next episode, we will start addressing some of these bottlenecks. Alright, thanks for watching, and as always, leave your comments down below, and I will see you next episode.